Hi, welcome to Right to Top. I'm Adam. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through an informal letter. How to write a letter, especially for the IELTS General Test, Task 1. Okay? I already have made a video for the formal and semi-formal letters. You can find those in the description box. The informal letter, really the only difference between the three types of letters is the tone of voice and the language you use. Okay, it's going to be much more casual, much less stiff. Like stiff means you're not, you can't move that much. This is going to be very friendly, very relaxed, very easy language. Okay, let's start with the actual task. An English speaking friend is visiting your region for a couple of weeks during his holidays and has written you to ask for several recommendations. Write a letter to your friend. In your letter, offer to help find accommodations, give advice about things to do, provide information about what clothes to bring. Begin your letter as follows. Dear, your friend's name. Okay? So, a few things to keep in mind. One, you have about 20 minutes to write this. You should have at least 150 words. Aim for about 175. I always say be a little bit more, but don't go too long. If you're over 200 words, you've written too much, more than you need to. Once you've addressed the 3 points, basically have your opening and closing, and that's it. Okay? Now we're going to look at each part because they're a little bit different from the formal and semi-formal. But if they give you how to begin, dear somebody, then that's how you begin. So let's start with the general idea of what you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish. The tone. The tone basically means how your letter sounds, okay? It should be very relaxed, very informal. That's the whole idea. And this is what the graders are looking for. Do you understand the situation? Are you using the right tone? If you're writing it like very high-end vocabulary and very certain words that you would use with your boss, then you didn't understand the point of the task. If you're writing to your friend, write it as though you were speaking to your friend, okay? Very casual. So the opening. So sometimes they will say, begin your letter with dear blank. If they do, then that's how you start. Dear Kevin, dear Bob, dear Wendy, dear Kathy, okay? If they don't tell you how to begin and you're writing a letter to your friend, be very casual. Hi, Bob. Hello, Bob. Hey, Bob. Very casual, right? You don't need no Mr., no Miss, no doctor, no honorific at all. And first name only. Do not put first and last name because you do not address your friend by his or her first and last name. I don't call my friend John Smith. I just say, hey, John, right? Because that's his name. We have a very good relationship. We're warm with each other, and therefore we can actually address each other by our first names. Now, contractions are suitable. So in terms of how you're going to use I've, it's, don't, etc., all these things. In a formal letter, you say do not. In an informal letter, you say don't. It is, it's. Contractions are okay. Slang and idioms. Now, not only are slang and idioms okay, they're actually recommended. Because when you speak with your friend, you're using very casual language, including slang and idioms. Now, don't be too heavy on the slang or the idioms. One or two here and there, totally okay. You can use idioms in your formal letter as well, but very, very careful and very selective, and it has to be very appropriate. In the informal letter, you have much more freedom to use idioms. Slang, never use in a formal letter. In the casual letter, it's okay. You're writing to a friend. Now, the only time you're going to use an informal style is when the task tells you you're writing to a friend. Any other situation, you're going to be semi-formal or formal. Only with a friend are you going to be casual, informal. Now, if they say write to an acquaintance, that's too vague because an acquaintance could still be semi-formal or it could be friendly, but they're not going to make you decide that. If it's for a friend, it's informal. If it's for anybody else, it's semi-formal or formal. So if you're writing to a friend, be friendly. Don't be stiff, right? Don't be like too serious with the words or the language. In the context, again, just like all the other two letters, the other forms, you still have to remember what it is you're doing. Make it very clear in the letter. Are you thanking the person? Are you answering a question? Are you asking for something? Are you offering advice? Make this clear right away in the introduction. Make sure the body follows. So that's pretty much similar to semi-formal and formal. Now, the language. Again, you don't want to use very serious language. You don't want to use too many high-end words because that's not how we speak with our friends. With our friends, we're very casual. So I just wanted to say thanks for helping me out last week. In a formal letter, you would write, I'm writing to express my appreciation and gratitude for your assistance with the last week's matter, whatever it was. Notice the different feel of the two sentences. One's very casual, informal. One's very stiff and very formal. Another example, should you require any more information, please do not hesitate to contact me. Formal. Versus, let me know if you need anything else. Very casual, okay? So make sure that your language shows the tone, shows the type of letter this is to a friend or to a boss, for example, okay? Now, another thing about the informal letter, like with the formal letter, you have a very particular, very specific situation. It's business or it's a complaint to a restaurant, etc. So you don't need as much imagination. With the friendly letter, you have to be a bit more careful. You have to think, you have to make up a story. You need a bit more imagination when you're writing to your friend because it's not a real situation. It could be anything. So you're going to present a story because you're going to present a context. You're going to have to add the details. It doesn't have to be true, but it has to sound true. Now, to make it sound true, the best thing you can do is rely on your personal experience. And we're going to see in the letter that I wrote for you as an example. The letter is about a friend coming to my region. My region is Toronto, Southern Ontario. That's what I'm going to talk about because I know it, because it's easy for me to make up the letter contents, okay? When you end your letter, make sure you, even though it's informal, with the formal and semi-formal, there must be a call to action. The reader must understand what the writer expects from him or what the writer is going to do next, etc. This is also true for the informal, but it's a little bit more casual, and we're going to see the example. I look forward to seeing you again. Let me know if you need anything. So it's very casual, but it's still a closing. It's still letting the reader understand that the letter is about to end and something needs to be done. Either the reader has to do something or the writer will do something as a follow-up. You do not need a formal closing. You do not need to say yours faithfully, yours sincerely, because it's a friend. You don't talk this way to a friend. Just say, I can't wait to see you. See you later, bye, or whatever, something like that, right? I can't wait to see you, Adam, and it's with your name. Again, first name, first name. Don't put your full name to end it because that's not how friends talk to each other. So let's look at the introduction, okay? Be friendly. Use an icebreaker, state the purpose of the letter. So with a formal and semi-formal, the first sentence must be a very clear expression of why you're writing. Not so much with the friendly letter, because again, with a friend, you have a little chit chat when you see each other. Hey, how's it going? Long time no see. Do that in the letter too. Be friendly, have a little warm up, an icebreaker, something just to get the conversation started. You're not having a conversation, but you're having correspondence. And then right away state the purpose of the letter. You still need to let the reader know why you wrote, okay? So dear Kevin, so again, my friend is coming to my area. He's going to do some traveling. He wants some recommendations. Dear Kevin, first name. It was great hearing from you. So he wrote me a letter and I'm responding. So it was great hearing from you in your letter. Hopefully we can meet up while you're in the area. Again, he's coming to the area. Doesn't mean he's coming to my city, but I'm saying, hopefully we can meet while you're here. Very friendly. Then, right away, I get to the point. Anyway, that aside, I just wanted to let you know some things about Southern Ontario, about this area that you're coming to visit for your holidays. Very simple, very brief, get to the point, be friendly, okay? Okay, so then you get into your body paragraphs. Now remember, you were given 3 tasks, 3 directives to include in your body, in your letter, right? Offer to help find accommodations, give advice about things to do, provide information about what clothes to bring. So that's what you're going to do. Ideally, each point, 1 paragraph. But if you want to mix two of the points into one paragraph, that's fine. Don't mix all three into one paragraph. Have your introduction have at least two body paragraphs, your call to action, and your closing, whatever that may be. Okay? So don't mix more than two. So the first one, offer to help find accommodations. First of all, so I'm going to tell you about Southern Ontario. First of all, there are lots of places to stay. So right away, I bring up the idea of accommodations. If you need some help arranging accommodations, I'll be happy to ask around and make phone calls for you. That's it. I've offered to help my friend Kevin find a place to stay. That's it. I go on to the next. Next, I'm supposed to give advice about things to do. As for outings, so outings, that's things to do, to go out and do things. I recommend the Niagara region. Besides the falls themselves, the big waterfalls, obviously, you can visit some wineries and small towns nearby. It's only about an hour's drive from Toronto, and you can also cross the bridge into the US for some shopping. So go to the Niagara Falls, go to the wineries in the area, go to the small towns, go shopping in Buffalo if you want to. And that's a bunch of things to do. Next, I want to talk about the clothes to bring, but how much can you say about clothes? It's summer, it's hard, bring shorts. Okay, so what I did to make my transition, I added one more outing and then added the clothing to that. You can also go camping up north if you're up to it. It's gorgeous there this time of year with all the nature and lakes. Make sure to pack some warm clothes though, as it gets cool at night. During the days, summer clothes are fine. So it's summer. So summertime, it's hot, bring summer clothes. There's only so much I can say about clothes, so I put a little bit extra outings. But here's another way to do it. Now, sorry, let me go back. If I write this letter, my full letter is 185 words. If I write it this way, I bring it down to 154 words. I still have my required word count. I'm over 150. It's just shorter. You're taking a bit of a risk, okay? Especially if you have a lot of redundancies, things like that. I recommend going for a little bit longer. But as for the outings, I recommend the Niagara region. Besides the falls themselves, you can visit some wineries and small towns nearby. It's only about an hour's drive from Toronto, and you can also cross the bridge into the US for some shopping. Just make sure you bring lots of summer clothes because it's really hot here now. So if I just want to put in my clothes, because it's only one sentence, I'm not going to create a new paragraph for it. I'm just going to mix it into the second body paragraph and mix the two directions from the task into one paragraph. Both ways are okay. The reason I did this one with the two paragraphs is just to get a bit longer, have another chance to impress the graders with some words and some language. If you want to do it like this because it's easier, that's fine too. Just make sure you're over 150 words. That's it, okay? So now, the ending. Let the reader know what is expected or how you feel or anything like that. Like basically make it clear that you're done your letter, you're closing, you're about to finish. What do you want the reader to do? What should the reader expect from you as a follow-up? If you want some other ideas or if you need anything, just let me know. I'll be glad to help you out. Also, let me know when you'll be in Toronto. So, that's it, I'm done. If you need anything else, let me know. I'll help you. And wishing you, I hope that we can meet. Again, I said this in the introduction. I'm repeating it in here. Let me know when you'll be in Toronto so we can meet. If you're going to be in Toronto. If not, that's fine too. Now, I don't say sincerely, Adam. This is my friend. He knows I'm sincere. That's why we're friends, right? So I say, okay, hope to see you soon. That's it, Adam. And I sign it off. I don't need to be very formal about it. Yours loyally, faithfully, all that stuff. That's for formal, semi-formal letters. Friendly, be friendly. Informal, okay? Now, here are the two of them. I put both of them, the slightly longer one and the slightly shorter one. You can pause your recorder and read it through. Here's the next one. It's a little bit shorter, 154 words. Both of them satisfy all the requirements of the task, and the graders will be happy with it. And that's basically it. Informal. So again, the only difference between informal and formal is language and tone, okay? Your opening is a little bit more casual. Your closing is more casual. The language, the words you choose, more casual, less stiff. Slang is okay, idioms are okay, etc. If you have any questions about writing an informal letter, please ask me here below in YouTube. If you like the channel, please give me a like. If you like the video, I should say. If you like the channel, please subscribe to it. And come back again soon for more videos on writing, grammar, vocab, etc. See you then. Bye-bye.